Hi, everyone. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Ellen Red. I'm a psychic medium, a wayshower, and a starseed. I'm coming on today to talk about what's going on with July 5th and CERN, which is planning to basically open up a black hole in the universe. They did this in 2012. It created a lot of energetic chaos for people on Earth, and it created Mandela effect and all kinds of other issues. And essentially, it's kind of concerning for many of us in the spiritual community because, you know, they're opening up a black hole in the universe. This is negative alien technology, and it's obviously coming from and being funded by none other than the Rockefellers. And so there's a lot of negative energy around this subject, and a lot of obviously concerned souls in the spiritual group. So I was guided to come on today and talk a little bit about this subject. Essentially, what they're trying to do, these nefarious beings, they don't have access to the ascension codes. And so they are trying to replicate Jacob's ladder. They're attempting to access God again without being granted the access through the light codes or the ascension codes. And so they are trying to hijack the universe, basically. If you're not familiar with CERN, I would strongly recommend that you research the subject a little bit so that you can follow this video a little bit more. Research it and come back to the video if you need to. But on July 5th, they are attempting to again, create this black hole in the universe. They're amplifying their equipment, their technologies to the highest maximum capacity. And it's been believed that it's going to open up demonic portals because it's opening access to a lot of, other entities and energies in other dimensions. And there are a lot of demonic entities in the lower astral. So opening this can create a lot of energetic problems. And I don't want to say that to scare anybody, but that's why there's so much concern in the spiritual community. Again, they're trying to replicate Jacob's ladder, and Jacob's ladder is a really sacred spiritual ascension path that they're not going to be able to hijack. That's the thing, is no matter how much technology, no matter how much money, no matter what they do, they're never going to be able to hijack God in essence. So it's not going to work for them, but unfortunately it's creating chaos now, not only in the physical world, but also in the universe. And we don't know what we're going to see yet. Nobody exactly knows how it's going to unfold. However, I want you to know that as light beings, those that have the light in their hearts, the children of God, you have the power to overcome anything negative. These beings that are doing this don't have light in their soul. They don't have any light. So they're trying so desperately to gain the power and the glory that comes from the light, and they'll never be able to. Those that have light in their soul, and you're connected to your soul, you are going to be able to overcome this. It's part of our awakening process, unfortunately, is that we have to go through the darkness as well as the light in order to rise. And it's the darkness that drives us to rise. So sometimes these forces and the things that they're doing, it's going to cause us to grow and to expand. So you need to keep that in mind, and remember that there's nothing that they can do to bypass your soul energy. They can't get where you're going to go if you're following the light and you keep that light in your soul, and you follow the ascension path. They are not able to get there, and cheating's not going to work for them. So no matter what they do, it's not going to happen. However, it is concerning that they are stirring up, these forces in the universe. And I wanted to mention also that it's a very, concerning timeline that they're doing it right now as well, because it's during the Sirius Stargate opening. So the Sirius Stargate opening is basically happens to bring in light. So it's really, it happens every year, and every year it's a portal in the universe that opens up for the light to come in to download humanity and to, assist humanity. And it's a timeline that CERN is also entering now to create a black hole. And so that's kind of concerning. However, as I mentioned before, my guides have walked me through this conversation before I started the video, and over the last couple of days I've been really working through the downloads on it to try to help everybody understand what's going on. And the guides want you to know, and I'm talking about specifically the Lyran and Pleiadian guides that have come and guided me on this subject, that they want you to know as star seeds that you hold the light in you. You have the power within you. Don't allow, no matter what is going to occur from this, to cause you to stay in those lower vibrations. Don't allow fear. And remember that you were chosen for this. You came to combat this, and your capacity, even if you don't realize that you have it within yourself, your capacity as you hold that light and stay connected to your soul, is to overcome all of this and to be able to bypass what they're doing, even in the astral realms. So I know that a lot of you that are watching this or that are going to watch this maybe haven't learned how to navigate that yet, and that's okay. But you do need to know that as long as you keep the light in your heart and you keep following, the light, and keep love in your soul, you're going to be able to overcome what they're trying to do. These nefarious beings, these fallen ones, they have no light left. They don't understand the light. They don't have what it takes to get into those quantum higher realms. They're trying desperately, but they can't. And so even with the mockery that they're creating now, it's not going to get them what they want. It's just going to stir up a lot of things energetically for us. And so I just want you guys to stay in peace and know that everything's going to be all right. You may experience some, a lot of shifting energies. You're going to experience a lot of it, because normally it would be a great download season, but especially this week. But you're going to experience some other kind of, unusual things, and that could last for years. So just like the last one they did in 2012, and it created a lot of, shifting and issues, but we rode through it and we survived it, and we're going to survive this too. So overall, the message is just for you to know that your soul, when you're connected to your soul, you have the light in you that is going to bypass what they're trying to do. You have everything that it takes to overcome what they're doing there. So don't worry, don't allow the fear to overcome you. It is concerning, and it is expected that the dark forces would be doing this, especially in this timeline, but it's also embarrassing for them, because again, they are not going to win this. They are basically trying to hijack God, and they're trying to hijack the ascension path and the ascension codes, and that's what they've been desperately grasping onto for a long time, and they're not going to win. So no matter what happens, just stay in peace, get in the sun, stay connected to nature. Nature is your greatest healer. Stay connected to nature and the sun as much as possible, especially in the next week, and keep your peace. You're going to have to stay conscious about it. If you start to feel a lot of rocky energy or a lot of, shifting and shaking and things like that, keep your peace. You may experience some negative entities or energies. That's the big issue here, is that it's opening portals, and it was talked about in the book of Revelations. And many of you that follow me know that I'm not a religious person, but there are truths in all things, and the holy books of all forms from all over the world that hold keys in them to be decoded. There are truths everywhere. And so in the book of Revelations, it talked about how portals were going to be opened in the end times, and how those portals could open up the gates of hell, if you will. But the truth is that hell is a state of consciousness, and it's also your capacity. You have to learn how to transcend that within yourself. So if you're experiencing negative entities, there are ways to block them and to protect your own self. And again, it's all connected to your ascension path, and it's connected to you staying true to your soul and staying in the light and walking in that ascension path. So as many of you guys know, I am an ascension guide, so feel free if you need guidance to contact me. I'll put my my links in the comments below. But ellenred.com, you can go to the website if you want to get some personal guidance to assist you through anything, especially if you do start to feel that you have negative entities, especially after this opening. Definitely call me or message me to get an appointment to assist you through it. It's going to be an interesting thing for everybody to experience, because we haven't seen what's going to be the outcome of this particular scenario. We experienced the one in 2012, but it was a lot lower energy that they put out. So this time they're going full maximum capacity with CERN. Again, these are negative alien agendas, really, and the technologies that they're using are advanced technologies, but they're also not advanced as much as the light technologies that are used through the ascension path. So they certainly have a lot of ability to create chaos, but they don't have the same capacity that the ascended masters have in terms of the light. And that's what they're really, really grasping over. That's why I've talked in other videos before about being protective of the energy that I put out, or even the teachings that I put out, because I don't want them to land in the wrong hands. And there are a lot of beings like me that are very cryptic about how we're sharing the truth for those that are trying to follow that path, because the getting in the wrong hands can be highly damning, and you can understand why. So anyhow, I hope that this message helped you guys. I'm going to end the video, and feel free to reach me if you have any questions. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little guidance here from one of my guides also, that wanted me to add in this video as well, that in addition to what CERN is doing with the portals in the galactic realms, at the same time they're hijacking some of the sacred burial sites of Native Americans and Native souls all over the world, our ancestors of every bloodline. So they're hijacking those sacred sites as well, and they're also creating this portal in CERN as well. So it's a very, very, very concerning issue. But the spirit guides want you to know that you don't have anything to worry about. Just stay in the light, keep your peace. There's nothing that they can do to bypass God. They can't, they're trying to get to God and they can't. So you can, because you are connected to your soul and you have light in your soul. And that's what you need to be focused on. And don't allow yourself to get lowered in vibration over this, but just understand that this is what the nefarious forces are trying to do right now. So you're going to feel some shifting. You're going to feel a lot of, issues coming up, and maybe it will cause some more purging, but stay in peace and everything's going to work out fine. Okay. Namaste.